Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. So in this video we're going to be doing a bit of a fun list. We're going to be trying something thematic. So it's not something we've done so far. We've not looked at any of the individual factions, and I figured why not go for the really obvious choice, the Cholek. You know, they're the most interesting. To me they're the most interesting. I'm not as big fan of the smugglers, I'm not as big fan of the Methodori, but the Cholek, weird plant people, I'm completely sold. So that's what we're going to be doing this game. So we've got our Cholek crew led by the obviously Cholek Captain Exterior, because there's no other choice. He is literally the Cholek Captain. I don't know what would make you think anything other than that he was a Cholek. It's just a fact. Absolutely just a fact. So the reason we chose Exterior is there's a few things in here that work well with him. So we wanted to go with Quetzali, who obviously works well with Exterior. Drum Dancer Tali works to that effect. Toner Mystic Manteo, who is... Where is Toner? There we go, hiding in front of Mequani Thicket. And then Mequani Thicket as well to pull things into Extilio. So we've gone for a few things that I think are quite useful in this respect, like they're going to be useful with Extilio. And to be honest, this is just for a bit of fun. So here's the full list. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's pretty reasonable. And I think it should be a lot of fun to play. So again, this is another all melee list, but this time we have got Quetzali, which we have done in all the others, but hopefully we're going to use it this time. And also, I haven't used Peacemaker Balam as often as I should have done. Again, I'm using it more and more often now. You'll have seen it in a few videos by this point. But Stunning Crew is a really useful way of just getting that extra movement towards it. Tipu is our alternate win condition, and just some good value units in the meantime. So let's jump into it. Let's have some fun, and let's beat people up with plants. So I don't expect this to go particularly well, but I just want to get a couple of games in, have a laugh, and just get a fun little video out of it as well. I just want to sit Extilio in the middle and throw plants at people. He is a plant, so I don't know what else people want to say. I mean, there is, was it Crankbait refers to him as like horsey vibes, so I need to remember to turn that back as well afterwards. So Cinder Infusion and Stowaway is just ridiculously powerful, and it basically is what Astra has in her kit already. So that's probably what we're going to go for. We're going to start by just moving this direction, and we'll pop Drum Dancer Tali over here and just call it a day. So we're looking at going Tlali, Esli, and then we can't quite bite all next turn, but we can just use Extilio's abilities. Although we're actually going to have Cinder Infusion, so we probably can. I think I've got Plink already. Yeah, this is the situation where Plink does feel a little bit awkward as like an early game play from them. Is that Maximus? Yes, it is. Okay, so the funny thing about this is, no joke, it's extremely unlikely that Talali ever makes it to attack someone. Quetzali is a great pickup here. Okay, so I kind of want to try and get over here. Yeah, we'll just play Esli over this way. It's something that will incentivize their Maximus to potentially come in this direction. And given that we've now got 3 Cinder next turn, we can... Oh, sorry, 5 Cinder next turn, we can just play Quetzali and go all in on them straight away. So this is actually a pretty good start. I'm not upset by this. So we probably play Quetzali something like here and just get everything to run at Astra immediately. I'm totally fine with that Vortex. Oh no, with Plink they could actually kill it, yeah. They need to get 1 miss for us to be happy here. That is the correct order. I was about to say it's the wrong order, but it's not. Miss. Ah, brutal. So they do get the reinforce out of it. So we know their assists now, but we're just going to be running straight at them and hopefully dealing a ton of damage. In all fairness, I actually think we're probably looking at just killing Maximus this turn. So we get our Cinder Infusion. I mean, this just works. It doesn't need to be any bigger than that. 1, 2, 3, and just get our hit in there. To be honest, Esli looks like he can just run straight in anyway. And then if you just place Esli behind Astra and Extilio in this direction as well, probably over here, make it even harder for them to run away. I mean, that's a really good start. This is why Quetzali is so important. So this is something that when the new patch comes out and we've got access to our whole bridge, expect to see Quetzali almost all the time in this sort of list, because Quetzali can change a situation where you're behind to a situation where you're so much better off. This is a Plink. Have they got something to play for 3 Cinder? What we're going to be trying to do now is basically playing out Vital and trying to just trade for units. Yeah, so we've got 8 damage here because we have Vital, so we can actually kill Switchback. So they don't have enough to give it haste. Switchback is going to die. And we've got exactly... Ooh, Tipu as well. So we can't play Tipu because we need to play Vital. But this gives us exactly the amount of damage we need to kill Switchback. And if we move over here, get the kill, and then we can also just move Quetzali over here as well. So we can't quite squeeze through with anything, but again, with Quetzali we don't need to. I think we've pretty much got this locked up. It's going to be hard for them to find a way out of this. We've taken out their biggest threat. We've got, yeah, there we go. Cholek power, plant power, all the way. What more do you need? So that went really well. That was exactly what we wanted to happen. It was fun, it was silly, and I'm going to do it again. Cholek crew. So that's just the power of Quetzali. Like, Amplified Vital played a big part in that because it got us that couple of extra damage. But even if we didn't have Vital, we did have the ability to spin with Extilior. So that would have been 3 damage on top of instead of the 2 that we got from that. Probably would have hit our own Blindsider instantly, but again, it's worth it. We might have even been able to get it in on Astra as well and just push that damage through. So MVP there may have seemed like all the damage we did, but again, it was just Quetzali. Quetzali is amazing in these lists. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Quetzali get a nerf at some point. Like, I think Quetzali having 4 movement refreshes might be something that we see in the future. But as it is, I love it. But having consistent access to that in future games where it's going to be on the bridge, that's going to be such a strong play to make when you need to. You can just sort of, you're not going to find yourself kited out anymore. That in itself is going to be a huge, huge buff to Extilior. Extilior is going to find himself actually able to get in range on a regular basis and make contact when he needs to. And that Extilior delivery system, that crankbait, these sort of things are what you need. Chuck and Co works as well. Okay, so plant versus robot. We've got Quetzali again. Balam's not quite what we wanted. Tipu will do. Okay, so I mean, Escape Hatch works. I think Escape Hatch Corrosive. This is what we're going to go with. So Corrosive because we're going to be spinning AoE. We're going to be wanting to be in range of them. They want to be in range of us. It's likely we're going to be able to get the damage done. I am a plant. So we'll see if we can get this... Also, if anyone's wondering, Extilior's cape is in the Cholek colours. You can't see where it says I'm a plant. Their Extilior's over here, so we're just going to run in this direction. And pass turn. So what we're going to basically do is try and play Tipu out and play him safe, and on the same turn we're going to be playing out Quetzali somewhere as well. So we want to stay away until then. But what we want to essentially be able to do is charge... Oh, they're playing it safe. Okay. So I think we just run forwards a bit, take it easy, pass the turn. Next turn we can actually play Quetzali, play Tipu, and just run towards them. So we kind of want them to play a unit here, because we can potentially, if we need to, we could even actually just run in and kill a small unit and save Tipu for another turn. Yeah, so if this is something... Yeah, so Snareling we need to kill. So if they move somewhere in range, like here, that would be perfect. Yeah. So we're going to go over here and we're going to be killing that. Because I believe we should be able to get there if Quetzali drops in a reasonable spot. So we kind of want Quetzali somewhere like... Okay, so if we pop over here... Oh, that doesn't... Okay, maybe not. 3... Does this give us one more movement? No, it does not. Okay, well that went really badly. I thought we were going to be in range of that. We absolutely weren't. Snareling is going to ruin our day. So let's just place Tipu back here. And I think we Shield of Hope ourselves. I thought we'd have... Yeah, so if I'd have done this the first time, we'd have been in range and we'd have actually killed Snareling. But we didn't. So this is pretty awkward. Pretty awkward. Okay, luckily Toxoid's gonna likely die. I mean, you've just made your accuracy more difficult. In fact, yeah, no, Toxoid is gonna die. Okay, what are they doing with Extilior? Oh, we don't know any. Is it Orbital? Orbital would be good here, but I think they might have Corrosive as well. Yeah, so if we move Quetzali down here, we should have done that in the wrong order, but it doesn't. Oh, we're not actually in melee range. Oh, bugger. Well, yeah, we're going to hurt ourselves now. Is it worth it? Yeah, we still want to play Balam, so... Oh, we can't play Balam anyway, so we might as well Shield of Hope our Quetzali before we make our terrible choice. And go for this. But on that same note, probably just run away. Yeah, I don't feel good about how that went. We've basically given up our Quetzali here. Orbital again is probably going to hit 3 of us. If Quetzali dies, we're in a lot of trouble. Oh, Jailbreak's fine. We just kill a Jailbreak. Wow. Okay, and if they don't have a Quetzali here, this is a really bold set of decisions for them. Because do they have Stun? Do they have Nano Shield? Nano Shield would be good, but I'd probably do it on Jailbreak if anything. If not, this is just a bizarre... Okay, Ion Storm. That makes sense. Oh, did they miss... Oh, they missed Tipu. Okay, well, let's just go with this and see what happens. We're going to take extra damage on Quetzali again, but... We're going to come over here. In fact, this matters. So we go for this first. Okay, getting that is huge. Which means we then get the kill here. Which means we can also just play a Peacemaker Balam somewhere. Excellent. This is a huge deal for us. We're going to Shield of Hope our Quetzali to make them spend Cinder if they want to kill it. And just run over here. Tipu's going to stay... Tipu's going to stay fairly nearby. In fact, let's pop Tipu over here. Because then if they come for Quetzali... Yeah, there we go. Excellent. 2 games, 2 quick wins. It turns out Plant Extilior on the board knows how to play his faction. Okay, these have been really quick, so we can actually fit in another game as well. I'm quite excited by this. These have been super fast. Again, Quetzali making all the difference here in an Extilior list. If you can guarantee that, I'm really looking forward to seeing how these changes affect the game. So, there's our plant. Beautiful. Black Astra. I quite like the sort of just monocolored thing. It almost does look like... Oh, Quetzali again. Okay, so Astra, Orbital Corrosive is just so powerful. Vortex is good, but I think we're just going to go with the raw damage. So let's have a look. Is it just... Yeah, they've not even highlighted or anything. They've just painted the entire model black. I kind of like it. It does look like a plastic model. We're just going to move over here and be safe. We're going to try and, excuse the pun, leapfrog our way between the terrain. Like, this I don't even know if it's worth it, because you're just putting yourself closer and closer towards Extilior. And we can start... you know what? Is Fate Twister Tantan even worth it? I actually don't think it is. I think we just pass and go for Quetzali next turn and start pushing damage through. Because we've got Corrosive, so we can actually start, in 2 turns' time, doing significant amounts of damage. Yep, so we've taken 1. I wouldn't be surprised to see them hop back over here now. Let's see what they play. If they play something in range, we don't even have to play Quetzali. Broken Vengeance. So that gives us more incentive to play Quetzali, because we don't want to be attacking Broken Vengeance with a unit that does real damage. So let's move up. We'll pop Quetzali down over here. In fact, probably want to stay this side and just give it a hit. Oh, the crit as well is so good here. So we can Shield of Hope something, or we can just save it. I think we Shield of Hope. We probably want to Shield of Hope Quetzali. We're fine with them hitting us. But next turn, Broken Vengeance is dead. Okay, that was the correct choice. There was a chance we could have lost this here. So the fact we didn't put out a damaging unit is really, really useful here, because Extilior doesn't deal well with... Sorry, Extilior deals well with Broken Vengeance, whereas crew don't. So what we're actually going to try and do is find a situation... Well, that was just silly. Even better, we only have to worry about one unit with Extilior. Yep, you can hit us for 2. We're going to hit you for a lot more. Also depends on what they play as well. Go on, play something that I can kill. Esli, sure. So I believe we can hit just these guys. So here we can do 3 and 3, so that is enough. Because what we can do here is basically play Baitol in range. In fact, we want to play Baitol here. In fact, what we also want to do is just do this first. There we go, that works. Get our orbital down. And then just kill Esli over here. And then, honestly, I think we're just going to move over here, move Quetzali up a little, and make it even harder for them to run away from us. So we're in a good spot. Baitol can give us extra damage. We've got another unit coming, which is Tantan, so that can, again, protect us a little bit. We're probably going to want to start reinforcing next turn, but this is a good spot to be in. And again, another quick game, but every quick game has had Quetzali on the battlefield. And we've got a bit of protection on the units as well, so I think they're trying to figure out what to do. They probably want to find a way to Vortex so that we can't refresh our movement enough, but I think that's going to be difficult given the situation they're in. As it stands, they're taking 7 damage next turn, which puts them to 9, and we can play Tantan. Why is the end turn button highlighted? It's not my turn. Is this a bug? Just take a quick print screen in case... Oh no, there we go. Yeah, so they're vortexing us there. Poking us for 1. Yep, we got anything else to offer us? Boost morale is the only option here. If they could play like a switchback and... You know, they've got Tipu. Okay. So I believe we can kill Tipu, especially if they attack us here. Because we attack back. Yep, so we've absolutely got enough damage to kill Tipu on the backswing. And we can also use Baitol to hit over here as well, so... we should, however, spin first. Get that over here. Ooh, we got a crit. So Extilior's getting low, and they've got units available. I don't know if Fate Twister Tantan's worth it here, so I'm actually just going to draw. Okay, Esli is much better. And what we're actually going to do is just move a few tiles away. Let's go into this. Yeah, because what we do here is, the reason we've done this is to give us a little bit of defense against Astra and any range units that can come over there. Obviously, we can still die to a switchback here if they have one. But we're trying to find a way of getting our damage through. So, if this is switchback... Okay, jailbreak, that's fine. They're not going to unstun him, I don't think. However, we're not going to be able to deal with that quite yet. So our best thing is probably just to spin here. because we can do 5, 6 damage, 7 damage. I mean, that's good for us. Maximus, okay. So if we go here, yeah, we are in range, but it's not quite what we wanted to be doing anyway. We'll play Blindside Wesley over here by Maximus, and Fate Twister Tantan in as well. I am going to just move slightly back with Quetzali, so we can sort of justice here without having it be an issue and get our extra attack in. We can get a melee in here, which if we crit does the job, but I don't know if we can crit. Next turn we're actually taking 4, 5, 6, 7, possibly 9, so I think we may have just messed up here. I think we need... So how many moves left? 4 remaining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Bytel in a way that blocks off as much line of sight to Extilior as possible. And I think we may even have to go for the crit, but it's 8%, so we're just going to hope something misses here. I think that's a better choice. We should have saved 1 Cinder and pumped ourselves up, because this actually potentially puts us to dead. Yeah, I mean, this is maybe awkward, actually. They could block themselves in. The pulling... Yeah. I think that might have lost them the game rather than... Oh, no, because he's got Airborne. Of course he does. So we wouldn't have got the crit, which is good to know. Go on, miss the 97. No. So we need Maximus to miss one of his hits. So this is nearly impossible, especially if we put it in melee range. Yet we've lost this game. That is a shame, but 1%. Yeah. I thought we had that one, I'll be honest. But yeah, the damage coming through. I was tempted to just run straight away with Extilior previously. And, you know, knowing that there is burst that can come out of Astra, I should have done so. I think we'll try and fit in one more game. This is going to be the most games we've ever fit into one video with our Cholek Extilior. It's good that there is a Cholek Captain, at least. He belongs, part of them. Metal comes from the ground, plants come from the ground. It's all the same, really. So, how can I am plant... Okay, so at least it's Extilior mirror match. Except one of them is Methadori and one of them is Cholek. Okay, this is not a good hand for this. I think Stimburst Iron Storm is great. Plink is a consideration, but I think here we actually need to buy time. And this is not a hand that's going to help us do so very easily. So let's just move back. What I kind of want to do is bring them down this way. We'll move back up that way. Okay, what are they playing here? If they play something we can start damaging, then I'll absolutely just run in at it and try and sort of get some advantage that way, because we don't have enough going on. Axle Pyro, that is absolutely something we want to be running at. And I believe we can even do it and keep slightly out of range of Extilior as well. Do we get a crit? No. So we get the Sword of Justice here. And we are going to still save our Cinder, so we've got 4 next turn. It does put us on having either Neck Divine or Amplifier Bytol, which is what we want from here. So I'm not sure if that's quite right, but they can still run over that way a little bit. So they've got multiple activated abilities. Yeah, so he's going to get away for now, but that's fine. We'll just pick him up later. If this is... Okay, they can't play Jailbreak. So what could this be? I mean, I think Tara Arsenal or Blindside Wesley would be a good choice here for them. Escape Hatch. Okay, so there could be something big coming. It's Crosshair. I'm okay with Crosshair. I actually think here we probably even just... Depending on what they play here. They could block us. If they do, that's fine. We might just see what we can do with our spin. Well, the first thing we're going to do is reduce all of their accuracy. We might as well do it to Axel Pyro as well. It doesn't do anything. The question is, do we go for 3 damage and a crit or spin and a hit? I think playing another unit out is a good choice here, so let's just plop Vital down there. They will hit us back for a lot is the problem, but there's a 10% chance we just kill it. No. And here we want to move back to make it harder so they can't get multiple units in range of us. We do have Neck Divine that's probably going to be our next play to try and sort of heal us up a little. So this way, Pyro I don't believe should be able to get a good angle. Yeah, we've kept out of range of... Oh no, Crosshair's the range one. If they go there, we can just spin and punch. I think we're in a decent spot. They're going to want to use Esley to just try and nearly one-shot here. Yeah, if you... They got the hit from there. Come on. Okay, so I think they don't realise Axel Pyro can't go over there, but they might do. Actually, they must do. They're level 50. They're going to have a clue of this by now. I want them to just use it down here. Just pyro your own people, trying to get Exilior. I think this is going to be a quick loss, this one. Unlike the others were quick wins, I think this is a quick loss. So we have got enough damage to kill Crosshair, and they have blocked themselves off slightly. So if they place like here, we'll move up slightly, spin to kill one, stasis. Okay, that's fine. I was about to say, this seems like they're setting up for something that's a little shifty in my opinion. I'd probably have just blindsided and attacked, and then we've stunned and then attacked. So let's play defensive. We can't move. Okay, you know what? We can actually use Vital and just take a little fella out here. Oh wait, it had the shield. Oh no. Had the shield. That was not smart. Yep, get those crits. Funnily enough, critting for 3 is good for us here. Yeah, they need to kill this first. I can't believe I just made that mistake. That was a terrible, terrible choice. Yeah, so get a little bit back and forth. Oh, and they got the crit as well. So there is a world where SD just kills us here. In fact, no, it's guaranteed. There's nothing they can do just to not kill us. Yeah. Okay. So we managed to fit 4 really quick games in there. I know there's going to be a certain person over on Discord that will be happy that we fit in 4 Extilior games, because as far as I know, they're an Extilior player, not a Methodori player, so they won't take it as complete sacrilege that we've defaced Extilior with a Cholek paint. Also Cholek colours. I don't know if you spotted it or not, but the actual colours that were used on Extilior, on his little coat, on this I am a plant, were from the Cholek colour palette that we unlocked recently as well. So that's one of the reasons I've waited until now to do this, because I wanted to have Cholek paints. And I'll be honest, I think he fits right in. There's nothing about that doesn't scream Cholek to me. I mean, Macquarie Thicket basically just looks like Extilior with a hairnet. So that's all we need to worry about. I had a lot of fun with this. It obviously was never going to be a top tier list. It was never going to be something meta breaking or anything like that. It was supposed to be entertaining and enjoyable, and it was exactly that. So I had a lot of fun. If you've got other ideas for similar lists, so obviously we're going to be looking at doing a Methodori one, we're going to be looking at doing a Smuggler one, and seeing what sort of different things we can get. Any ideas, let us know. Other than that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Genuinely, it really does improve my day every single time I see it. And thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.